Attend the lords of France and Burgundy, Gloucester.
I shall, my liege.
Exeunt Gloucester and Edmund.
Meantime, we shall express a darker purpose. Give me the map there. So, we have divided in three our kingdom, and 'tis our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths, while we, unburdened, crawl toward death. Our son of Cornwall, and you, our no less loving son of Albany, we have this hour a constant will to publish our daughter's several dowers, that future strife may be prevented now. The princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals in our youngest daughter's love, long in our court have made their amorous sojourn, and here are to be answered. Tell me, my daughters, since now we will divest us both of rule, interest of territory, cares of state, which of you, shall we say, doth love us most, that we our largest bounty may extend where nature doth with merit challenge? Goneril, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than words can wield the matter, dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less than life, with grace, health, beauty, honor, as much as child e'er loved or father found, a love that makes poor breath and speech unable beyond all manner of so much. I love you.
Aside.
What shall Cordelia speak? Love, and be silent.
Of all these bounds, even from this line to this, with shadowy forests and with champions riched, with plenteous rivers and wide-skirted meads, we make thee lady. To thine and Albany's issue be this perpetual. What says our second daughter, our dearest Regan, wife to Cornwall? Speak.
Sir, I am made of the self-same metal that my sister is, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart, I find she names my very deed of love, only she comes too short, that I profess myself an enemy to all other joys which the most precious square of sense possesses, and find I am alone felicitate in your dear highness's love.
Aside.
Then poor Cordelia! And yet not so, since I am sure my love's more ponderous than my tongue.
To thee and thine, hereditary ever, remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that conferred on Goneril. Now, our joy, although the last, not least, to whose young love the vines of France and milk of Burgundy strive to be interest. What can you say to draw a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak.
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing can come of nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am. I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to my bond, no more nor less.
How, Cordelia? Bend your speech a little, lest it may mar your fortune.
Good my lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as are right fit, obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why have my sisters husbands, if they say they love you all? Haply, when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my plight shall carry half my love with him, half my care and duty. Sure, I shall never marry like my sisters to love my father all.
But goes thy heart with this?
Aye, good my lord.
So young, and so untender?
So young, my lord, and true.
Let it be so. Thy truth then be thy dower. For by the sacred radiance of the sun, the mysteries of Hecate and the night, by all the operation of the orbs from whom we do exist and cease to be, here I disclaim all my paternal care, propinquity, and property of blood, and as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever. Barbarous Scythian, or he that makes this generation messes to gorge his appetite, shall to my bosom be as well neighboured, pitied, and relieved as thou, my sometime daughter.
Good, my liege.
Peace, Kent. Come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her most, and thought to set my rest on her kind nursery. Hence and avoid my sight, so my grave, my peace, as here I live, her father's heart from her. Call France, who stirs? Call Burgundy, Albany, Cornwall. With my two daughters' dowers digest this third. Let pride, which she calls plainness, marry her. I do invest you jointly in my power, preeminence, and all the large effects that troop with majesty. Ourself, by monthly course, with reservation of 100 knights, by you to be sustained, shall our abode make with you by due turn. Only we still retain the name and all the additions to a king. This way, revenue, execution of the rest, beloved sons, be yours. To confirm, this coronet art betwixt you.
Royal Lear, whom I have ever honored as my king, loved as my father, as my master followed, as my great patron thought on in my prayers.
Bow is bent and drawn, make from the shaft.
Let it fall, rather, though the fork invade the region of my heart. Be Kent unmannerly when Lear is mad. Why wouldst thou do, old man? Think'st thou that duty shall have dread to speak when power to flattery bows? To plainness, honor's bound when majesty falls to folly. Reverse thy doom, and in thy best consideration check this hideous rashness. Answer my life, my judgment. Thy youngest daughter does not love thee least, nor are these empty-hearted whose low sound reverbs no hollowness.
Kent, on thy life, no more.
My life I never held but as a pawn to wage against thine enemies, nor fear to lose it, thy safety being the motive.
Out of my sight.
See better, Lear, and let me still remain the true blink of thine eye.
Now, by Apollo.
Now, by Apollo, king, thou swearest thy gods in vain.
Oh, vassal, miscreant.
Lays
Yes,
his
sir,
hand on his
forbear.
sword.
Do. Kill thy physician, and the fee bestow upon the foul disease. Revoke thy gift, or whilst I can't vent clamor from my throat, I'll tell thee. Thou doest evil.
Hear me, recreant! On thine allegiance, hear me! Since thou hast sought to make us break our vow, which we durst never yet, and with stained pride to come between our sentence and our power, which nor our nature nor our place can bear, our potency made good, take thy reward. 5 days do we allot thee for provision, to shield thee from the diseases of the world, and on the 6th to turn thy hated back upon our kingdom. If on the 10th day following thy banished trunk be found in our dominions, the moment is thy death. Away, by Jupiter! This shall not be revoked.
Fare thee well, king. Since thus thou wilt appear, freedom lives hence, and banishment is here.
To Cordelia.
The gods to their dear shelter take thee, maid, that justly think and hast most rightly said.
To Regan and Goneril.
And your large speeches may your deeds approve, that good effects may spring from words of love. Thus Kent, O princes, bids you all adieu. He'll shape his old course in a country new.
Exit. Flourish. Enter Gloucester with France and Burgundy. Attendants.
Here's France and Burgundy, my noble lord.
My lord of Burgundy, first addressed toward you, who with this king hath rivalled for our daughter. What in the least will you require in present hour with her, or cease your quest of love?
Most royal majesty, I crave no more than your highness hath offered, nor will tend to you less.
Right, noble Burgundy. When she was dear to us, we did hold her so. But now her price is fallen. Sir, there she stands. Aught within that little seeming substance, or all of it, with our displeasure pieced and nothing more, may fitly like your grace. She's there. She is yours.
I know no answer.
Will you, with these infirmities she owes, unfriended, new adopted to our hate, dowered with our curse, and strangered with our oath, take her or leave her?
Pardon me, royal sir, election makes not up on such conditions.
Then leave her, sir. For the power that made me, I tell you all her wealth.
To France.
For you, great king, I would not from your love make such a stray to match you where I hate. Therefore beseech you to avert your liking a more worthier way than on a wretch whom nature is ashamed almost to acknowledge hers.
This is most strange, that she, that even, but now was your best object, the argument of your praise, balm of your age, most best, most dearest, should in this thrice of time commit a thing so monstrous to dismantle so many folds of favor. Sure, her offense must be of such unnatural degree that monsters it, or your foe vouched affection fallen into taint, which to believe of her must be a faith that reason without miracles should never plant in me.
I yet beseech your majesty, if for I want that glib and oily art to speak and purpose not, since what I well intend, I'll do it before I speak, that you make known it is no vicious blot, murder, or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonored step that hath deprived me of your grace and favor, but even for want of that for which I am richer, a still soliciting eye, and such a tongue as I am glad I have not, though not to have it hath lost me in your liking.
Better thou hast not been born than not to have pleased me better.
It is but this, a tardiness in nature, which often leaves the history unspoke that it intends to do. My lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Love's not love when it is mingled with regards. It stands aloof from the entire point. Wilt thou have her? She is herself a dowry.
Royal Lear, give but that portion which yourself proposed, and here I take Cordelia by the hand, Duchess of Burgundy.
Nothing! I have sworn. I am firm.
I'm sorry then. You have so lost a father that you must lose a husband.
Peace be with Burgundy. Since that respects of fortune are his love, I shall not be his wife.
Fairest Cordelia, that art most rich, being poor, most choice forsaken, and most loved despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon. Be it lawful, I take up what's cast away. Gods, 'tis strange that from their coldest neglect my love should kindle to inflamed respect. Thy dowerless daughter, king, throw to my chance, is queen of us, of ours, in our fair France. Not all the dukes in waterish Burgundy can buy this unprized, precious maid of me. Bid them farewell, Cordelia, though unkind. Thou losest here, a better where to find.
Thou hast her, France. Let her be thine. For we have no such daughter, nor shall ever see that face of hers again. Therefore be gone, without our grace, our love, our benison. Come, noble Burgundy. Let me not stay a jot for dinner. Go get it ready.
Exit an attendant.
Now, what art thou?
A man, sir.
What dost thou profess? What wouldst thou with us?
I do profess to be no less than I seem, to serve him truly that will put me in trust, to love him that is honest, to converse with him that is wise and says little, to fear judgment, to fight when I cannot choose, and to eat no fish.
What art thou?
Very honest-hearted fellow, and as poor as the king.
If thou beest as poor for a subject as he is for a king, thou art poor enough. What wouldst thou?
Service?
Who wouldst thou serve?
You?
Dost thou know me, fellow?
No, sir, but you have that in your countenance which I would fain call master.
What's that?
Authority.
What services canst thou do?
I can keep honest counsel, ride, run, mar curious tale in telling it, and deliver a plain message bluntly. That which ordinary men are fit for, I am qualified in, and the best of me is diligence.
How old art thou?
Not so young, sir, to love a woman for singing, nor so old to dote on her for anything. I have years on my back, 48.
Follow me, thou shalt serve me. If I like thee no worse after dinner, I will not part from thee yet. Dinner, ho, dinner! Where's my knave, my fool? Go you and call my fool hither.
Exit an attendant. Enter Oswald the steward.
You, Cyril, where's my daughter?
So please you.
Exit.
What says the fellow there? Pull the clock pole back.
Exit a knight.
Where's my fool? Oh, I think the world's asleep.
Enter knight.
Now, where's that mongrel?
He says, my lord, your daughter is not well.
Why came not the slave back to me when I called him?
Sir, he answered me in the roundest manner. He would not.
He would not?
My lord, I know not what the matter is, but to my judgment, your highness is not entertained with that ceremonious affection as you were wont. There's a great abatement of kindness appears as well in the general dependence as in the Duke himself, also in your daughter.
Ha! Sayest thou so?
I beseech you pardon me, my lord, if I be mistaken, for my duty cannot be silent when I think your highness wronged.
Thou dost rememberest me of mine own conception. I have perceived a most faint neglect of late, which I have rather blamed as mine own jealous curiosity than as very pretence and purpose of unkindness. I will look further into it. But where's my fool? I have not seen him these 2 days.
Since my young lady is going into France, sir, the fool hath much pined away.
No more of that. I have noted it well. Go you and tell my daughter I would speak with her.
Exit knight.
Go you, call hither my fool.
Exit an attendant. Enter Oswald the steward.
Oh, you, sir, you. Come hither, sir. Who am I, sir?
My lady's father?
My lady's father? My lord's knave, you whoreson dog, you slave, you cur!
I am none of these, my lord. I beseech your pardon.
Do you bandy looks with me, you rascal?
Strikes him.
Ah! I'll not be stricken, my lord!
Nor tripped neither, you base football player.
Trips up his heels.
I thank thee, fellow. Thou servest me, and I'll love thee.
Come, sir, arise. Away. I'll teach you differences. Away. Away. If you will measure your lover's length again, tarry but away. Go to, have you wisdom, so.
Pushes him out.
Now, my friendly knave, I thank thee. There's earnest of my service.
Gives money. Enter fool.
Let me hire him too. Here's my coxcomb.
Offers Kent his cap.
How now, my pretty knave, how dost thou?
Sirrah, you were best take my coxcomb.
Why, fool?
Why? For taking one's part that's out of favor. Nay, and thou canst not smile as the wind sits, thou wilt catch cold shortly. There, take my coxcomb. Why, this fellow hath banished 2 on his daughters and did the 3rd a blessing against his will. If thou follow him, thou must needs wear my coxcomb. How now, nuncle? Would I had 2 coxcombs and 2 daughters.
Why, my boy?
If I gave them all my living, I'd keep my coxcombs myself. There's mine, beg another of thy daughters.
Take heed, sirrah. The whip.
Truth's a dog must a kennel. He must be whipped out when Lady Brock may stand by the fire and stink.
A pestilent gall to me.
Sirrah, I'll teach thee a speech.
Do.
Mark it, nuncle. Have more than thou showest, speak less than thou knowest, lend less than thou owest, ride more than thou goest, learn more than thou trowest, set less than thou throwest, leave thy drink and thy whore, and keep in a door, and thou shalt have more than 2 tens to a score.
This is nothing, fool.
Then 'tis like the breath of an unfeed lawyer. You gave me nothing for it. Can you make no use of nothing, nuncle?
I know, boy. Nothing can be made out of nothing.
To Kent.
Prithee, tell him, so much the rent of his land comes to. He will not believe a fool.
A bitter fool.
Dost thou know the difference, my boy, between a bitter fool and a sweet fool?
No, lad. Teach me.
That lord that counseled thee to give away thy land, come place him here by me. Do thou for him stand. The sweet and bitter fool will presently appear, the one in motley here, the other found out there.
Dost thou call me fool, boy?
All thy other titles thou hast given away, that thou wast born with.
This is not altogether fool, my lord.
No, faith. Lords and great men will not let me. If I had a monopoly out, they would have part on it. And ladies, too. They will not let me have all the fool to myself. They'll be snatching. Give me an egg, nuncle, and I'll give thee 2 crowns.
What 2 crowns shall they be?
Why? After I have cut the egg in the middle, and eat up the meat, the 2 crowns of the egg. When thou clovest thy crown in the middle, and gavest away both parts, thou borest thine ass on thy back o'er the dirt. Thou hadst little wit in thy bald crown when thou gavest thy golden one away. If I speak like myself in this, let him be whipped that first finds it so. Fools had ne'er less grace in a year, for wise men are grown foppish. They know not how their wits to wear, their manners are so apish.
When were you wont to be so full of song, sirrah?
I have used it, nuncle, ever since thou madest thy daughters thy mother. For when thou gavest them the rod and putst down thine own breeches, then they for sudden joy did weep, and I for sorrow sung, that such a king should play bo peep and go the fools among. Prithee, nuncle, keep a schoolmaster that can teach thy fool to lie. I would fain learn to lie.
And you lie, sirrah. They'll have you whipped.
I marvel what kin thou and thy daughters are. They'll have me whipped for speaking true. Thou wilt have me whipped for lying, and sometimes I am whipped for holding my peace. I had rather be any kind of thing than a fool. And yet I would not be thee, nuncle. Thou hast pared thy wit on both sides and left nothing in the middle. Ah, here comes one of the pairings.
Enter Goneril.
Ah, how now, daughter? What makes that frontlet on? Methinks you are too much elate to the frown.
Thou wast a pretty fellow when thou hadst no need to care for her frowning. Now thou art an O without a figure. I am better than thou art now. I am a fool. Thou art nothing.
To Goneril.
Yes, forsooth, I will hold my tongue, so your face bids me, though you say nothing. Mum, mum. He that keeps nor crust nor crumb, weary of all, shall want some.
Points at Lear.
That's a shelled peas cod.
Not only, sir, this your all-licensed fool, but other of your insolent retinue do hourly carp and quarrel, breaking forth in rank, and not to be endured riots. Sir, I had thought by making this well known unto you to have found a safe redress, but now grow fearful by what yourself too late have spoke and done, that you protect this course and put it on by your allowance, which if you should, the fault would not scape censure, nor the redresses sleep, which in the tender of a wholesome weal might in their working do you that offense, which else were shame, that then necessity must call discreet proceeding.
For you know, nuncle, the hedge sparrow fed the cuckoo so long that it had its head bit off by it young. So out went the candle, and we were left darkling.
Are you our daughter?
Come, sir, I would you would make use of that good wisdom whereof I know you are fraught, and put away these dispositions that of late transform you from what you rightly are.
May not an ass know when the cart draws the horse? Whoop, Jug, I love thee.
Doth any here know me? This is not Lear. Doth Lear walk thus, speak thus? Where are his eyes? Either his notion weakens, his discerning's a lethargy. Ah, waking? 'Tis not so. Who is it that can tell me who I am?
Lear's shadow.
I would learn that. For by the marks of sovereignty, knowledge, and reason, I should be false persuaded I had daughters.
Which they will make an obedient father.
Your name, fair gentlewoman?
This admiration, sir, is much of the savor of other your new pranks. I do beseech you to understand my purposes aright. As you are old and reverend, you should be wise. Here do you keep 100 knights and squires, men so disordered, so debauched and bold, that this our court, infected with their manners, shows like a riotous inn. Epicurism and lust make it more like a tavern or a brothel than a graced palace. The shame itself doth speak for instant remedy. Be then desired by her, that else will take the thing she begs, a little to disquantity your train, and the remainder that shall still depend to be such men as may besort your age, which know themselves and you.
Darkness and devils! Saddle my horses! Pull my train together! Degenerate bastard! I'll not trouble thee! Yet I have left a daughter.
You strike my people, and your disordered rabble make my servants of their betters.
Enter Albany.
Oh, but too late. Hence. Oh, sir, are you come? Is it your will? Speak, sir. Prepare my horses. Ingratitude, thou marble-hearted fiend, more hideous than when thou show'st thee in a child than in a sea-monster.
Pray, sir, be patient.
Detested kite, thou liest. Thy train are men of choice and rarest parts, that all particulars of duty know, and in the most exact regard support the worships of their name. Oh, most small fault, how ugly didst thou in Cordelia show, which like an engine wrenched my frame of nature from this fixed place, drew from my heart all love, and added to the gall. Oh, Lear, 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 beat at this gate that let that folly in,
Strikes his head.
and thy dear judgment out. Oh, go, my people.
My lord, I am guiltless as I am ignorant of what hath moved you.
It may be so, my lord. Here, nature, here, dear goddess, here, suspend thy purpose, if thou dost intend to make this creature fruitful. Into her womb convey sterility. Dry up in her the organs of increase, and from her derogate body never spring a babe to honour her. And if she must teem, create her child of spleen, that it may live and be a thwart, disnatured torment to her. Let it stamp wrinkles in her brow of youth, with cadent tears fret channels in her cheeks, turn all her mother's pains and benefits to laughter and contempt, that she may feel how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Away! Away!
Exit.
Now, gods that we adore, whereof comes this?
Never afflict yourself to know the cause. But let his disposition have that scope that dotage gives it.
Enter Lear.
What? 50 of my followers at a clap? Within a fortnight?
What's the matter, sir?
I'll tell thee.
To Goneril.
Life and death. I am ashamed thou hast the power to shake my manhood birth. That these hot tears which break from me before should make thee worse them. Blasts and fogs upon thee! The untented woundings of a father's curse pierce every sense about thee. Oh, fond eyes, bewitness cause, again I'll pluck ye out and cast you with the waters that you lose to temper clay. Yea, is it come to this? Let it be so. Yet have I left a daughter, who I am sure is kind and comfortable. When she shall hear of thee, with her nails she'll flay thy wolvish visage. Thou shalt find I'll resume the shape which thou dost think I have cast off forever. Thou shalt. I'll warrant thee. Go you before to Gloucester with these letters. Acquaint my daughter no further with anything you know, and comes from her demand out of the letter. If your diligence be not speedy, I shall be there for you.
I will not sleep, my lord, till I have delivered your letter.
Exit.
If a man's brains were in his heels, were it not in danger of kite?
Aye, boy.
Then I prithee be merry. Thy wit shall ne'er go slipshod.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
Shalt see thy other daughter will use thee kindly. For though she is as like this as a crab's like an apple, yet I can tell what I can tell.
What can tell'st, boy?
She'll taste as like this as a crab does to a crab. Thou canst tell by one's nose stands in the middle of his face.
Oh.
Why, to keep one's eyes of other sides his nose, that what a man cannot smell out, and may spy into, eh?
I did her wrong.
Canst tell how an oyster makes his shell?
No.
Nor I neither. But I can tell why a snail has a house.
Why?
Why? To put his head in, not to give it away to his daughters and leave his horns without a case.
I will forget my nature. So kind a father. Be my horses ready.
Thy asses are gone about him. The reason why the 7 stars are no more than 7 is a pretty reason.
Because they are not 8?
Yes, indeed. Thou wouldst make a good fool.
To take again the 4th. Monster ingratitude.
If thou wert my fool, nuncle, I'd have thee beaten for being old before thy time.
Is that?
Thou shouldst not have been old till thou hadst been wise.
Oh, let me not be mad. Not mad. Sweet heaven, keep me in temper. I would not be mad.
Enter a gentleman.
How now, are the horses ready?
Ready, my lord.
Come, boy.
He that's a maid now and laughs in my departure shall not be a maid long unless things be cut shorter.
'Tis strange that they should so depart from home and not send back my messenger.
As I learned the night before, there was no purpose in them of this remove.
Hail to thee, noble master.
Ha! Makest thou this shame thy pastime?
No, my lord.
Look! He wears cruel garters. Horses are tied by the head, dogs and bears by the neck, monkeys by the loins, and men by the legs. When a man's over lusty at legs, then he wears wooden nether stocks.
What's he that hath so much thy place mistook to set thee here?
It is both he and she, your son and daughter.
No,
Yes,
no, I say.
I say yea.
No, no, they would not.
Yes, they have.
By Jupiter, I swear no.
By Juno, I swear I.
They durst not do it. They would not do it. It were some murder to do upon respect such violent outrage. Resolve with all modest hate, with which way thou mightst deserve, will they impose this usage, coming from us.
My lord, when at their home I did commend your highness letters to them, ere I was risen from the place that showed my duty kneeling, came there a reeking post, stewed in his haste, half breathless, panting forth from Goneril, his mistress' salutations, delivered letters, spite of intermission, which presently they read, on whose contents they summoned up their miney, straight took horse, commanded me to follow and attend to the leisure of their answer, gave me cold looks, and mating here the other messenger, whose welcome I perceived had poisoned mine, being the very fellow which of late displayed so saucily against your highness, having more man than wit about me drew. He raised the house with loud and coward cries. Your son and daughter found this trespass worth the shame which here it suffers.
Winter's not gone yet if the wild geese fly that way. Fathers that wear rags do make their children blind, but fathers that bear bags shall see their children kind. Fortune that errant whore ne'er turns the key to the poor. But for all this, thou shalt have as many dolours for thy daughters as thou canst tell in a year.
Oh, how this mother swells.
How this mother swells up toward my heart. Hysterica passio, down, out, climbing sorrow, thy elements below. Where is this daughter?
With the earl, sir, here within.
Follow me not. Stay here.
Exit.
You no more offence but what you speak of?
None. How chance the king comes with so small a number?
Thou hadst been set in the stocks for that question, thou hadst well deserved it.
Why, fool?
We'll set thee to school to an ant, to teach thee there's no laboring in the winter. All that follow their noses are led by their eyes, but blind men. And there's not a nose among 20 but can smell him that's stinking. Let go thy hold when a great wheel runs down a hill, lest it break thy neck with following it. But the great one that goes upward, let him draw thee after. When a wise man gives thee better counsel, give me mine again. I would have none but knaves follow it, since a fool gives it. That sir which seeks, which serves, and seeks for gain and follows but for form, will pack when it begins to rain and leave thee in the storm. Ha, but I will tarry, the fool will stay, and let the wise man fly. The knave turns fool that runs away. The fool, no knave, per die.
Where learned you this, fool?
Not in the stocks, fool.
Enter Lear and Gloucester.
Deny to speak with me? Are they sick? They are weary? They have travelled all night? Mere fetches, the images of revolt and flying off. Fetch me a better answer.
My dear lord, you know the fiery quality of the Duke. How unremovable and fixed he is in his own course.
Vengeance, plague, death, confusion, fiery, what quality? Why, Gloucester, I'd speak with the Duke of Cornwall and his wife.
Well, my good lord, I have informed them so.
Informed them? Dost thou understand me, man?
Aye, my good lord.
The king would speak with Cornwall. The dear father would with his daughter speak. Commands her service. Are they informed of this? My breath and blood, fiery, the fiery Duke, tell the hot Duke that no, not yet. Maybe he is not well. Infirmity doth still neglect all office, whereto our health is bound. We are not ourselves when nature, being oppressed, commands the mind to suffer with the body. I'll forbear. I am fallen out with my more headier will to take the indisposed and sickly fit for the sound man. Oh, death on my state! Wherefore should he sit there? This act persuades me that this remotion of the duke and heir is practice only. Give me my servant forth. Go tell the duke and his wife I'll speak with him. Now, presently, bid come them forth and hear me, or at the chamber door I'll beat the drum till it cries sleep to death.
I would have all well betwixt you.
Exit.
Oh, Lear, my heart, my rising heart.
Cry to it, uncle. As the cockney did to the eels when she put him in the paste alive. She napped him on the coxcombs with a stick and cried, "Down, wantons, down!" 'Twas her brother that, in pure kindness to his horse, buttered his hay.
Enter Cornwall, Regan, Gloucester, servants.
Good morrow to you both.
Hail to your grace.
Kent here, set at liberty.
I am glad to see your highness.
Regan, I think you are. I know what reason I have to think so. If thou shouldst not be glad, I would divorce me from my mother's tomb, sepulchring an adulteress.
To Kent.
Oh, art thou free? Some other time for that. Beloved Regan, thy sister's naught. Oh, Regan, she has died sharp-toothed unkindness like a vulture here.
Lays his hand on his heart.
I can scarce speak to thee. Thou not believe with how depraved a quality. Oh, Regan.
I pray you, sir, take patience. I have hope you less know how to value her desert than she to scant her duty.
Say, how is that?
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation, if, sir, perchance, she have restrained the riots of your followers. 'Tis on such ground, and to such wholesome end as clears her from all blame.
My curses on her!
Oh, sir, you are old. Nature in you stands on the very verge of her confine. You should be ruled and led by some discretion that discerns your state better than you yourself. Therefore, I pray you that to our sister you do make return. Say you have wronged her, sir.
Ask her forgiveness? Do you but mark how this becomes the house? Dear daughter, I confess that I am old. Age is unnecessary. On my knees I beg that you'll vouchsafe me raiment, bed, and food.
Good sir, no more. These are unsightly tricks. Return you to my sister.
Rises.
Never, Regan. She hath abated me of half my trade. Looked back upon me, struck me with her tongue, most serpent-like upon the very heart. All the stored vengeances of heaven fall on her in grateful top, strike her young bones, and you taking airs with lameness.
Fly, sir, fly!
You nimble lightnings, dart your blinding flames into her scornful eyes, infect her beauty, you fen-sucked fogs, drawn by the powerful sun to fall and blast her pride.
Oh, the blessed gods! So will you wish on me when the rash mood is on.
No, Regan, thou shalt never have my curse. How tender-hefted nature shall not give thee o'er to harshness. Her eyes are fierce, but mine do comfort and not burn. 'Tis not in thee to grudge my pleasures, to cut off my train, to bandy hasty words, to scant my sizes, and in conclusion to oppose the bolt against my coming in. Thou better knowest the offices of nature, fond of childhood, effects of courtesy, dues of gratitude. thy half of the kingdom hast thou not forgot, wherein I thee endowed.
Good sir, to the purpose.
Tuck it within.
Who put my man in the stocks?
What trumpets that?
I know it, my sister's. This approves her letter that she would soon be here.
Enter Oswald the steward.
Is your lady come?
This is a slave whose easy borrowed pride dwells in the fickle grace of her he follows. Out, varlet, from my sight!
What means your grace?
Enter Goneril.
Who stocks my servant, Regan? I have good hope thou didst not know it. Who comes here? Oh, heavens! If you do love, obey. If you sweet sway, allow obedience. If yourselves are old, make it your cause. Send down and take my part.
To Goneril.
Art thou not ashamed to look upon this beard? Oh, Regan, wilt thou take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? All's not offence that indiscretion finds, and dotage terms so.
Oh, sides, you are too tough. Will you yet hold? How came my man in the stocks?
I set him there, sir, but his own disorders deserved much less advancement.
You? Did you?
I pray you, father, being weak, seem so. If till the expiration of your month you will return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train, come then to me. I am now from home, and out of that provision which shall be needful for your entertainment.
Return to her? The 50 men dismissed? No, I'd rather abjure all roofs, and choose a wage against the enmity of the air, to be a comrade with a wolf and owl, necessity's sharp pinch. Return with her? Ay, the hot-blooded France, and dowerless, took our youngest born. I could as well be brought to knee his throne, and squire-like pinch and beg to keep his life afoot. Return with her? Persuade me rather to be a slave and sumpter to this detested groom.
Points at Oswald.
At your choice, sir.
I bid thee, daughter, do not make me mad. I will not trouble thee, my child. Farewell. We'll no more meet. No more see each other. But yet thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter, or rather a disease that's in my flesh, which I must needs call mine. Thou art a boil, a plague sore, an embossed carbuncle in my corrupted blood. But I'll not chide thee. Let shame come when it will, I do not call it. I do not bid the thunder-bearer shoot, nor tell tales of thee, a high grudging grove. Mend when thou canst. Be better at thy leisure. I can be patient, I can stay with Regan. I and my 100 knights.
Not altogether so. I looked not for you yet, nor am provided for your fit welcome. Give ear, sir, to my sister. For those that mingle reason with your passion must be content to think you old, and so, but she knows what she does.
Is this well spoken?
I dare avouch it, sir. What, 50 followers? Is it not well? What should you need of more? Yea, or so many? Sith that both charge and danger speak against so great a number. How in one house should many people under 2 commands hold amity? 'Tis hard, almost impossible.
Why might not you, my lord, receive attendance from those that she calls servants, or from mine?
Why not, my lord? If then they chance to slack ye, we could control them. If you will come to me, for now I spy a danger, I entreat you to bring but 25. To no more will I give place or notice.
I gave you all.
and in good time you gave it.
Made you my guardians, my depositaries. Kept a reservation to be followed with such a number. What? Must I come to you with 25, Regan? Said you so?
And speak't again, my lord, no more with me.
Those wicked creatures yet do look well favoured when others are more wicked. Not being the worst, stands in some rank of praise.
To Goneril.
I'll go with thee. Thy 50 yet doth double 25 that thou art twice her love.
Hear me, my lord. What need you 25, 10, or 5 to follow in a house where twice so many have a command to tend you?
What need 1?
Oh, reason need not the need. Our basest beggars are in the poorest things superfluous. Allow not nature more than nature needs. Man's life is cheap as beasts. Thou art a lady, if only to go warm or gorgeous, why nature needs not what thou gorgeous wearest, which scarcely keeps thee warm. But for true need, oh, you heavens, give me that patience I need. You see me here, you gods, a poor old man, as full of grief as age, wretched in both. If it be you that stirs these daughters' hearts against their father, fool me not so much to bear it tamely. Touch me with noble anger, and let not women's weapons, water drops, stain my man's cheeks. No, you unnatural hags! I will have such revenges on you both that all the world shall. I will do such things. What they are yet I know not, but I shall be the terrors of the earth. You think I'll weep? No, I'll not weep. I'll have full cause of weeping, but this heart shall break into 100,000 flaws or ere I'll weep. Oh, fool! I shall go mad!
Exeunt Lear, Gloucester, Kent, and Fool.
Ha ha! Blow, winds, and crack your cheeks! Rage! Blow, you cataracts and hurricanes! Spout till you have drenched our steeples! Drown the cocks, you sulphurous and vortex-executing fires! Vaunt couriers to oak-cleaving thunderbolts! Singe my white head! And thou, all shaking thunder, strike flat the thick rotundity of the world! Crack nature's molds, all germain spill at once, that makes ungrateful man.
Uncle! Court holy water in a dry house is better than this rain water out a door. Good uncle, in and ask thy daughter's blessing. Oh, here's a night pities neither wise men nor fools.
Rumble thy bellyful, fire, spout, rain, nor rain, wind, thunder, fire are my daughters. I tax you not, you elements, with unkindness. I never gave you kingdom, called you children. You owe me no subscription. Then let it fall, your horrible pleasure. Here I stand your slave, a poor, infirm, weak, and despised old man. But yet I call you servile ministers, that will with 2 pernicious daughters join your high-engendered battles against a head so old and wise as this. Oh, 'tis foul.
He that has a house to put his head in has a good headpiece. The codpiece that will house before the head has any. The head and he shall louse, so beggars marry many. The man that makes his toe what he his heart should make shall of a corn cry woe and turn his sleep to wake. For there was never yet fair woman, but she made mouths in a glass.
Enter Kent.
No, I will be the pattern of all patience. I will say nothing.
Who's there?
Mary, here's grace in a codpiece. That's a wise man and a fool.
Alas, sir, are you here? Things that love not such nights as these. The wrathful skies gallow the very wanderers of the dark and make them keep their caves. Since I was a man, such sheets of fire, such bursts of horrid thunder, such groans of roaring wind and rain I never remember to have heard. Man's nature cannot carry the affliction nor the fear.
Let the great gods that keep this dreadful putter o'er our heads find out their enemies now. Tremble, thou wretch that hast within thee undivulged crimes unwhipped of justice. Hide thee, thou bloody hand, thou perjured and thou similar man of virtue that are incestuous. Caitiff, in peace shake that under covert and convenient seeming hath practised on a man's life. Close pent-up guilt, rive your concealing countenance, and cry these dreadful summoners grace. I am a man more sinned against than sinning.
Alack, bareheaded, gracious my lord, hard by here is a hovel. Some friendship will it lend you against the tempest. Repose you there, whilst I to this hard house, more harder than the stones whereof 'tis raised, which even but now demanding after you, denied me to come in, return in force their scanted courtesy.
My wits begin to turn. Come on, my boy. How dost, my boy? Art cold? I'm cold myself. Where is this straw, my fellow? The art of our necessities is strange that can make vile things precious. Come, your hovel. Poor fool and knave, I have one part in my heart that's sorry yet for thee.
Sings.
He that hasn't a little tiny wit, with hey ho, the wind and the rain, must make content with his fortunes fit. For the rain, it raineth every day.
Two, my good boy. Come, bring us to this hovel.
Exeunt Lear and Kent.
This is a brave night to cool a courtesan. I'll speak a prophecy ere I go. When priests are more in word than matter, when brewers mar their malt with water, when nobles are their tailors' tutors, no heretics burned, but wenches' suitors. When every case in law is right, no squire in debt, nor no poor knight. When slanders do not live in tongues, nor cut purses come not to throngs. When usurers tell their gold in the field, and bawds and whores do churches build, then shall the great realm of Albion come to great confusion. Then comes the time. Who lives to see it, that going shall be used with feet. This prophecy shall Merlin make, for I live before his time.
Exit. Act 3, Scene.
Here is the place, my lord. Good my lord, enter. The tyranny of the open night's too rough for nature to endure.
Let me alone.
Good my lord, enter here.
Wilt break my heart.
I had rather break mine own. Good my lord, enter.
Thou think'st 'tis much that this contentious storm invades us to the skin. So 'tis to thee. But where the greater malady is fixed, the lesser is scarce felt. Thou'd shun a bear, but if thy flight lay toward the raging sea, thou'd miss the bear i' the mouth. When the mind's free, the body's delicate. Tempest in my mind doth from me senses take all feeling else, save what beats there, filial ingratitude. It is not as this mouth should tear his hand for lifting food to it. But I will punish home. Oh, I will weep no more. In such a night to shut me out. Pour on! I will endure. In such a night as this, oh, Regan Goneril, your kind old father, whose frank heart gave all. Oh, that way madness lies, let me shun that, no more of that.
Good my lord. Enter here.
Prithee, go in thyself. Seek thine own ease. This tempest will not give me leave to ponder on things would hurt me more. But I'll go in. In, boy. In, boy, go first, you houseless poverty. Hey, get thee in. I'll pray, and then I'll sleep.
Exit fool.
Poor naked wretches, wheresoe'er you are, that bide the pelting of this pitiless storm, how shall your houseless heads and unfed sides, your looped and windowed raggedness defend you from seasons such as these? Oh, I have taken too little care of this. Take physic, pomp. Expose thyself to feel what wretches feel, that thou mayest shake the superflux to them, and show the heavens more dust.
Within.
Fathom and half, poor Tom.
Enter fool from the hovel.
I'm not in here, nuncle. Here's a spirit. Help me.
Give me thy hand. Who's there?
A spirit. A spirit. He says his name's poor Tom.
What art thou that dost grumble there in the straw? Come forth.
Enter Edgar, disguised as a madman.
Away. The foul fiend follows me. Through the sharp hawthorn blows the cold wind. Go to thy cold bed and warm thee.
Hast thou given all to thy 2 daughters, and art thou come to this?
Who gives anything to poor Tom, whom the foul fiend hath led through fire and through flame, through ford and whirlpool, or bog and quagmire, that hath laid knives under his pillow and halters in his pew, set ratsbane by his porridge, made him proud of heart to ride on a bay-trotting horse over 4-inch bridges, to course his own shadow for a traitor. Bless thy 5 wits, Tom's a cold. Oh, no, dee. Bless thee from whirlwind, star blasting and taking. Do poor Tom some charity, whom the foul fiend vexes. There could I have him now. And there again, and there.
Storm still.
What? Have his daughters brought him to this path? Wouldst thou save nothing? Didst thou give them all?
Nay, he reserved a blanket, else we had been all shamed.
Now all the plagues that in this pendulous air hang fated o'er men's faults lie on their daughters.
He hath no daughter, sir.
Yes, traitor, nothing could have subdued nature to such a lowness but his unkind daughters. Is it the fashion that discarded fathers should have thus little mercy on their flesh? Judicious punishment. Does this flesh begot those pelican daughters?
Pillycock sat on Pillycock's hill. Alloo, 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 alloo.
This cold night will turn us all to fools and madmen.
Take heed of the foul fiend. Obey thy parents. Keep thy word justly. Swear not. Commit not with man's sworn spouts. Set not thy sweetheart on proud array. Tom's a cold.
What hast thou been?
A serving man, proud in heart and mind, that curled my hair, wore gloves in my cap, served the lust of my mistress's heart, and did the act of darkness with her, swore as many oaths as I spake words, and broke them in the sweet face of heaven. One that slept in the contriving of lust, and waked to do it. Wine loved I deeply, dice dearly, and in woman out paramored the Turk. False of heart, light of ear, bloody of hand, hog and sloth, fox and stealth, wolf and greediness, dog and madness, lion and prey. Let not the creaking of shoes nor the rustling of silks betray thy poor heart to woman. Keep thy foot out of brothel, thy hand out of placket, thy pen from lender's book, and defy the foul fiend. Still through the hawthorn blows the cold wind. Says some hey, no, none. Dolphin, my boy, sa, let him trot by.
Storm still.
Aye, thou wert better in thy grave than to answer with thy uncovered body to this extremity of the skies. Is man no more than this? Consider him well. Thou owest the worm no silk, the beast no hide, the sheep no wool, the cat no perfume. Ah, here's three unsophisticated. Thou art the thing itself. Unaccommodated man is no more but such a poor, bare, forked animal as thou art. Off, you lendings! Come, unbutton here!
Tears at his clothes.
Prithee, nuncle, be contented. 'Tis a naughty night to swim in. Now a little fire in a wild field were like an old lecher's heart. A small spark all the rest on his body cold. Ah, look, here comes a walking fire.
Enter Gloucester with a torch.
This is the foul fiend Flibbertigibbet. He begins at curfew and walks till the first cock. He gives the web and the pin, squints the eye and makes the harelip, mildews the white wheat, and hurts the poor creature of earth. Saint withhold, footed thrice the old, he met the nightmare and her ninefold. Bid her alight, and her troth plight, and aroint thee, witch, aroint thee!
How fares your grace?
What's he?
Who's there? What is it you seek?
What are you there? Your names?
Poor Tom, that eats the swimming frog, the toad, the todpole, the walnut, and the water, that in the fury of his heart, when the foul fiend rages, eats cow dung for sallets, swallows the old rat and the ditch dog, drinks the green mantle of the standing pool, who is whipped from tithing to tithing, and stock punished, and imprisoned, who hath had 3 suits to his back, 6 shirts to his body, horse to hide, and weapons to wear, but mice and rats and such small deer have been Tom's food for 7 long year. Beware, my follower. Peace, Smulkin. Peace, thou fiend.
What, hath your grace no better company?
The Prince of Darkness is a gentleman. Modo he's called, and Mahu.
Our flesh and blood is grown so vile, my lord, that it doth hate what it gets.
Poor Tom's a cold.
Go in with me. My duty cannot suffer to obey in all your daughter's hard commands. Though their injunction be to bar my doors and let this tyrannous night take hold upon you, yet have I ventured to come seek you out and bring you where both fire and food is ready.
First, let me talk with this philosopher. What is the cause of thunder?
Good my lord, take his offer, go into the house.
I'll talk a word with this same learned Theban. What is your study?
How to prevent the fiend and to kill vermin.
Let me ask you one word in private.
Importune him once more to go, my lord. His wits begin to unsettle.
Canst thou blame him?
Storm still.
His daughters seek his death. Oh, that good Kent. He said it would be thus. Poor banished man. Thou sayest the king grows mad. I'll tell thee, friend, I am almost mad myself. I had a son, now outlawed from my blood. He sought my life but lately, very late. I loved him, friend, no father his son dearer. True to tell thee, the grief hath crazed my wits. What a night is this, I do beseech your grace.
Oh, cry you mercy, sir. Noble philosopher, your company.
Arms are cold.
In, fellow, there, into the hovel, keep thee warm.
Come, let's in all.
This way, my lord.
With him, I will keep still with my philosopher.
Good, my lord. Soothe him. Let him take the fellow.
Take him you on.
Sirrah, come on. Come along with us.
Come, good Athenian.
No words, no words. Hush.
Child Roland to the dark tower came. His word was still fie, foe, and fum. I smell the blood of a British man.
Exeunt. Lear, Kent, Fool, and Edgar.
Here is better than the open air. Take it thankfully. I will piece out the comfort with what addition I can. I will not be long from you.
All the power of his wits have given way to his impatience. The gods reward your kindness.
Exit Gloucester.
Frateretto calls me and tells me Nero is an angler in the lake of darkness. Pray, innocent, and beware the foul fiend.
Hear thee, nuncle. Tell me whether a madman be a gentleman or a yeoman.
King.
No, he's a yeoman that has a gentleman to his son, for he's a mad yeoman that sees his son a gentleman before him.
To have 1,000 with red burning spits come hissing in upon him.
The foul fiend bites my back.
He's mad that trusts in the tameness of a wolf, a horse's health, a boy's love, or a whore's oath.
It shall be done. Ha 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 ha! I will arraign them straight.
To Edgar.
Come, sit thou here, most learned justicer.
To the Fool.
Thou, sapient sir, sit here. Ha! Now, you she-foxes.
Look, where he stands and glares. Want'st thou eyes at trial, madam? Come o'er the bourne, Bessie, to me.
Her boat hath a leak, and she must not speak why she dares not come over to thee.
The foul fiend haunts poor Tom in the voice of a nightingale. Hoppadent cries in Tom's belly for 2 white herring. Croak not, black angel, I have no food for thee.
How do you, sir? Stand you not so amazed? Will you lie down and rest upon the cushions?
I'll see their trial first. Ha 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 ha! Bring in their evidence.
To Edgar.
Thou, robed man of justice, take thy place.
To the Fool.
And thou, his yoke fellow of equity, bench by his side.
To Kent.
You are of the commission. Sit you too.
Let us deal justly. Sleepest or wakest thou, jolly shepherd? Thy sheep be in the corn, and for one blast of thy minikin mouth thy sheep shall take no harm. Purr, the cat is grey.
Arraign her first. Hoo-ha! 'Tis Goneril. I take my oath before this honourable assembly. She kicked the poor king, her father.
Come hither, mistress. Is your name Goneril?
She cannot deny it.
Cry you mercy, I took you for a joint stool.
And here's another, whose warped looks proclaim what store her heart is made on. Stop her there. Arms, sword, fire, corruption in the place. False justice, or why hast thou let her escape?
Bless thy 5 wits.
Oh, pity. Sir, where's the patience now that you've so oft boasted to retain?
Aside.
My tears begin to take his part so much they'll mar my counterfeiting.
The little dogs and all, Tray, Blanche, and Sweetheart, see, they bark at me.
Tom will throw his head at them. Avaunt, you curs! Be thy mouth or black or white, tooth that poisons if it bite, mastiff, greyhound, mongrel grim, hound or spaniel, brack or limb, bobtail, tyke or trundle-tail, Tom will make them weep and wail. For with throwing thus my head, dogs leap the hatch, and all are fled. Do-dida-dida, sa-sa. Come, march to wakes, and fairs, and market towns. Poor Tom, thy horn is dry.
Then let them anatomize Regan. See what breeds about her heart. Is there any cause in nature that makes these hard hearts?
To Edgar.
You, sir, I'll entertain you for 1 of my 100. Only I do not like the fashion of your garments. You'll say they are of Persian attire. But let them be changed.
Now, good my lord, lie here and rest a while.
Make no noise. Make no noise. Pull the curtains. No. 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 We'll go to supper in the morning. No. No. No.
And I'll go to bed at noon.
Enter Gloucester.
Come hither, friend. Where is the king, my master?
Here, sir. But trouble him not. His wits are gone.
Good friend, I prithee, take him in thy arms. I have overheard a plot of death upon him. There is a litter ready. Lay him in it and drive towards Dover, friend, where thou shalt meet both welcome and protection. Take up thy master. If thou shouldst dally half an hour, his life with thine and all that offer to defend him stand in assured loss. Take up, and follow me that will to some provision give thee quick conduct.
Oppressed nature sleeps. This rest might yet have balmed thy broken senses, which, if convenience will not allow, stand in hard cure.
To the fool.
Come, help to bear thy master. Thou must not stay behind.
Come away.
Exeunt all but Edgar.
But who comes here? The safer sense will ne'er accommodate his master thus.
No, you cannot touch me for coming. I am the king himself.
O thou side-piercing sight.
Nature is above art in that respect. There's your press money. That fellow handles his bow like a grove-keeper. Draw me a clothier's yard. Look, mouse, piece of toasted cheese, that'll do it. There's my gauntlet. I'll prove it on a giant. Bring up the brown bills, a well-flown bird. Hear the clout, hear the word.
Sweet Marjoram.
Us.
No, that voice.
Ah, Goneril with a white beard. They flattered me like a dog, and told me I had white hairs in my beard ere the black ones were there. You say aye and no to everything I said. Aye and no, too, was no good divinity. When the rain came to wet me once, and the wind to make me chatter, when the thunder would not cease at my bidding, there I found 'em, there I smelt 'em out. Oh, too, they are not men of their words. They told me I was everything. 'Tis a lie. I am not ague-proof.
The trick of that voice I do well remember. Is not the king?
Aye, every inch the king. When I do stare, see how the subject waits. I pardon a man's life. What was I called? Adultery? Thou shalt not die. Die for adultery? No. The wren goes to it, and the small gilded fly doth lecher in my sight. Let population thrive. For Gloucester's bastard son was kinder to his father than my daughters got between the lawful sheets. Do it, luxury, come out. For I lack soldiers. Yond on simpering dame, whose face between her forks presages snow, that minces virtue and doth shake the head to hear of pleasure's name. The fits you nor the soiled horse goes to it with more riotous appetite. Down from the waist, they are centaurs, though women all above. Up to the girdle do the gods inherit. Beneath is all the fiends. There's hell, there's darkness, there's a sulphurous pit, burning, scalding, stench, consumption. Fie. Give me an ounce of civet, bit of poetry to sweeten my imagination. There's money for thee.
Let me kiss that hand.
Oh, let me wipe it first. It smells of mortality.
Oh, ruined piece of nature. This great world shall so wear out to naught. Dost thou know me?
I remember thine eyes well enough. Dost thou squinny at me? No, do thy worst, blind, stupid. I'll not love. Read you this challenge. Mark the penning of it.
Were all the letters suns, I could not see them.
Aside.
I would not take this from report. It is, and my heart breaks at it.
Read.
What, with the case of eyes?
Oh, are you there with me? No eyes in your head, nor no money in your purse. Your eyes are in a heavy case, your purse in a light. Yet you see how this world goes.
I see it, feelingly.
What? Art thou mad? A man may see how the world goes with no eyes. Look with thine ears. See how yond justice rails upon yond simple thief. Hark in thine ear. Change places, and handy-dandy, which is the justice, which is the thief? Thou hast seen a farmer's dog bark at a beggar?
Aye, sir.
And the creature run from the cur? There thou mightst behold the great image of authority, the dogs obeyed in office. Thou rascal beetle, hold thy bloody hand. Why dost thou lash at that whore? Strip thine own back. Thou hotly lust'st to use her in that kind for which thou whipst her. The usurer hangs the prisoner. Through tattered clothes small vices do appear. Robes and furred gowns hide all. Plate sin with gold, and the strong lance of justice hurtless breaks. Arm it in rags, and the pygmy's straw does pierce it. None does offend, none, I say none, I'll able 'em. Take that of me, my friend, who have the power to seal the accuser's lips. Get thee glass eyes, and like a scurvy politician, seem to see the things thou dost not. Now, pull off my boots. Harder, so.
Oh, matter and impertinency mixed, reason in madness.
If thou wilt reap my fortunes, take mine eyes. I know thee well enough. Thy name is Gloucester.
Oh.
Thou must be patient. He came crying hither, And else the first time that we smelt the air, we wail and cry. I will preach to thee, mark.
Alack, alack the day.
When we are born, we cry that we come to this great stage of fools. This is a good block. It were a delicate stratagem to shoe a troop of horse with felt. I'll put it in proof, and when I have stolen upon these sons-in-law, then kill, 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 kill.
Enter a gentleman with attendants.
Oh, here he is. Lay hand upon him, sir, your most dear daughter.
Your rescue? What, a prisoner? I am even the natural fool of fortune. Use me well. You shall have ransom. Let me have a surgeon. I am cut to the brains.
You shall have anything.
No second. All myself. Why, this would make a man of salt. To use his eyes for garden water pots. I am laying autumn's dust.
Good sir.
I will die bravely, like a smug bridegroom. But I will be jovial. Come, come, I am a king. My masters, know you that?
You are a royal one, and we obey you.
Then there's life in't. Nay, and you get it, you shall get it by running. Aha, sa, 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 sa.
Exit running. Attendants follow.
O thou good Kent, how shall I live and work to match thy goodness? My life will be too short and every measure fail me.
To be acknowledged, madam, is overpaid. All my reports go with the modest truth, nor more nor clipped, but so.
Be better suited. These weeds are memories of those worser hours. I prithee put them off.
Pardon, dear madam. It to be known shortens my made intent. My boon, I make it that you know me not, till time and I think meet.
Then be it so, my good lord.
To the doctor.
How does the king?
Madam, sleeps still.
Oh, you kind gods, cure this great breach in his abused nature. The untuned and jarring senses, oh, wind up, of this child-changed father.
So please your majesty that we may wake the king. He hath slept long.
Be governed by your knowledge, and proceed in the sway of your own will. Is he arrayed?
Aye, madame, in the heaviest of sleep we put fresh garments on him.
Be by, good madam, when we do awake him. I doubt not of his temperance.
Very well.
Music. Please draw you near. Louder the music there.
No. My dear father, restoration, hang thy medicine on my lips and let this kiss repair those violent harms that my two sisters have in thy reverence made.
Kind and dear princess.
Had you not been their father, these white flakes had challenged pity of them. Was this a face to be opposed against the warring winds? To stand against the deep, dread-bolted thunder in the most terrible and nimble stroke of quick-cross lightning, to watch poor Perdue with this thin helm? Mine enemy's dog, though he had bit me, should have stood that night against my fire. Oh, and wast thou fain, poor father, to hovel thee with swine and rogues forlorn and short and musty straw? Alack! Alack! 'Tis wonder that thy life and wits at once had not concluded all. He wakes, speak to him.
Madam, do you? 'Tis fittest.
How does my royal lord? How fares your majesty?
You do me wrong to take me out to the grave. Thou art a soul in bliss. I am bound upon a wheel of fire, that mine own tears do scald like molten lead.
Sir, do you know me?
You are a spirit, I know. When did you die?
Still far wide.
He's scarce awake. Let him alone a while.
Where have I been? Where am I? Fair daylight, I am mightily abused. I should and die with pity to see another thus. I know not what to say. I will not swear that these are my hands. But see, I feel this pinprick. Would I were assured of my condition.
Oh, look upon me, sir, and hold your hands in benediction o'er me. No, sir, you must not kneel.
Pray, do not mock me. I'm a very foolish, fond old man, 80 and upward, not an hour more nor less. And to deal plainly, I fear I'm not in my perfect mind. He thinks I should know you, and know this man. Yet I am doubtful, for I am mainly ignorant what this place is. And all the skill I have remembers not these garments, nor I know not where I did lodge last night. Do not laugh at me, for as I am a man, I think this lady to be my child Cordelia.
And so I am. I am.
Your tears wet? Yes. Faith, I pray, weep not. If you have poison for me, I will drink it. I know you do not love me, for your sisters have, as I do remember, done me wrong. You have some cause. They have not.
No cause. No cause.
Am I in France?
In your own kingdom, sir.
Do not abuse me.
Be comforted, good madam. The great rage you see is killed in him, and yet it is danger to make him even o'er the time he has lost. Desire him to go in. Trouble him no more till further settling.
Will it please your highness walk?
You must bear with me. Pray you now, forget and forgive. I am old and foolish.
Some officers take them away. Good God, until their greater pleasures first be known that are to censure them.
We are not the first who with best meaning have incurred the worst. For thee, oppressed king, am I cast down. Myself could else outfrown false fortune's frown. Shall we not see these daughters and these sisters?
No, 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 no. Come, let's away to prison. We two alone will sing like birds of the cage. When thou dost ask me blessing, I'll kneel down and ask of thee forgiveness. So we'll live and pray and sing and tell old tales and laugh at gilded butterflies, and hear poor rogues talk of court news, and we'll talk with them too. Who loses and who wins, who's in, who's out, and take upon us the mystery of things as if we were God's spies. And we'll wear out in a walled prison acts and sects of great ones that ebb and flow by the moon.
Take them away.
Upon such sacrifices, my Cordelia, the gods themselves throw incense. Have I caught thee? He that passes shall bring a brand from heaven, and fire us hence like foxes. Like thine eyes, the good years shall devour them, flesh and fell, ere they shall make us weep. We'll see 'em starve first.
Exeunt. Lear and Cordelia guarded.
Oh, you are made of stone. Had I your tongues and eyes, I'd use them so that heaven's vault should crack. She's gone forever. I know when one is dead and one when lives. She's dead as earth. Lend me a looking glass. If that her breath will mist or stain the stone, why then she lives.
Is this the promised end?
Or image of that horror?
All and cease.
This feather stirs. She lives. If it be so, it is a chance which does redeem all the sorrows that I have ever felt.
Oh, my good master.
Prithee, away.
'Tis noble Kent, your friend.
A plague upon you, murderers, traitors all. I might have saved her, now she's gone forever. Cordelia, Cordelia, stay a little. Ah. Tis thou sayest. Her voice was ever soft, gentle and low. An excellent thing in a woman. I killed the slave that was a hanging thee.
'Tis true, my lords, he did.
Did I not, fellow? I have seen the day when my good fighting falchion I would have made them skip. I am old now, and these same crosses spoil me. Who are you? Mine eyes are not of the best, I tell you straight.
If fortune brag of two she loved and hated, one of them we behold.
'Tis a dull sight. Are you not Kent?
The same. Your servant Kent. Where is your servant Caius?
Oh, he's a good fellow, I can tell you that. He'll strike, and quickly so. He's dead and rotten.
No, my good lord. I am the very man
I'll see that straight.
that from your first of difference and decay have followed your sad steps,
You're welcome hither.
nor no man else. All's cheerless, dark, and deadly. Your eldest daughters have fordone themselves and desperately are dead.
Aye, so I think.
He knows not what he says, and vain is it that we present us to him.
Very bootless.
Enter a captain. Edmund is dead, my lord.
That's but a trifle here. You lords and noble friends, know our intent. What comfort to this great decay may come shall be applied. For us, we will resign during the life of this old majesty. To him our absolute power.
To Edgar and Kent.
You to your rights. With boot and such addition as your honors have more than merited. All friends shall taste the wages of their virtue, and all foes the cup of their deservings. Oh, see, see.
When my poor fool is hanged, no, no, no life. Why should a dog, a horse, a rat, have life, and thou no breath at all? Shalt come no more? Never, 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 never. Here, you undo this button. Oh, thank you, sir. You see this? Look at her. Look. Her lips. Look at her. Look there.
He dies.
He faints. My lord, my lord.
Break, heart, I prithee. Break!
Look up, my lord.
Vex not his ghost. Oh, let him pass. He hates him that would upon the rack of this tough world stretch him out longer.
He is gone indeed.
The wonder is, he hath endured so long. He but usurped his life.
Bear them from hence. Our present business is general woe.
To Kent and Edgar.
Friends of my soul, you twain rule in this realm, and the gored state sustain.
I have a journey, sir, shortly to go. My master calls me, and I must not say no.
The weight of this sad time, we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we ought to say. Oldest have borne most. We that are young shall never see so much, nor live so long.
Exit with a death march. The end. That concludes the International Shakespeare Players reading of King Lear. Thank you for spending time with us this evening. Please join us again.